Excuse me, everybody. We're back again. So, trying not to hit my head too many. No, that's a bad video that way. Well, you see a steel beam. A good way to put my coffee, a good way to fall too, but this is not good. So let's get rid of that. There you go. Put a little more coffee. I'm going to do a little more shop work. I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing. Like I said, I'm going to clean the parts. So, that's a bad idea. Obviously, that's a bad idea. So, I have an old parts washer. Sorry, but everything's falling down here. Okay, so let me move you a little closer so you're not in front of that steel beam right there. So I was panning you down a little bit, a little mirror. Calm down, Robert, calm down. He's like freaking out. He's like, whoa, stop moving me. So I got a parts washer here. The bad thing is I'm gonna have to shut off Robert because I want to show you what I'm doing. And it's a simple thing. I have an old parts washer and I said, shoot. Sorry, Mrs. Panino. She says I curse too much. Well, you're in the shop a long time, you know what? You just curse a lot. You don't mean to, just you gotta try to vent a little better or watch your words when you're on video all the time. It's a little hot, but I don't want it to go cold. So I don't have any latex gloves. I usually have latex gloves. I ran out. It's on my list over there. You know, it's Monday. I got to get back into the groove of things. So I did have, my wife got me these gloves. So, you know, there's some holes in them, but at least I can clean the parts. So I cleaned the mount for the CJ5. I'm pretty sure. Now people are like, oh, that's disgusting. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you need to find a mount, the bracket, the steel bracket, and the other piece, one piece goes, actually bolts. It's not even cut. I thought it was cut. I'm wrong. So one part bolts to the frame, and one part bolts to the lock. That's got to be how it works, yeah. So, and it has a decent mount. I mean, unzip the mount, use it. It's a rubber mount. So I cleaned it up in a parts washer from Harbor Freight. This thing's got to be... I had this when I had Massey Motors, my first business. So I cleaned up that and the rubber boots. Now this solution I gotta change one day. So the rubber boots on my YJ, I cleaned up. You know, first clean them up. And this, you know, I'm not using a serious chemical to kill the rubber or anything. It's like a water-based solution soap. It's like soap and water. So I do gotta drain it and clean it again. But just haven't had time today. So I'm going to take them and I'm going to show you what I do quickly. Then it dries faster and I'll throw them on the bench to dry them out. As we just finished using up as a human elevator, we raised it all the way up to the top. Unloaded the seats because the seats aren't ready to put in yet. We're doing the brackets. Those are coming in next. While these dry, we're going to be restoring those brackets. So I'm going to be welding in a little bit, and maybe take a little bit of a break, come back with some food maybe. I'm a little hungry. Don't have an appetite like I used to. Whatever. You get older, you don't eat as much. I want to eat, just don't have much of an appetite. Coffee's good. It's always good to share coffee with you guys. And show you a little bit and the basics. This is a parts washer. And it's nice is when it's all done, I'll show you in a second. Let me get one more sip in. Alright, enough of that. Okay. So the good thing about, the nice thing about having the latex gloves, you just put them on, take them off. Now these things got holes in them, but my hands aren't getting too wet. Just a little bit, and they're insulated too, so I use and abuse everything I got. So those are my gloves. So I clean the mount right there. That's for a CJ5. So if anybody wants to buy it on eBay, Motor Speed let me say that correctly. eBay, okay? Motor Speed 1984. There's the mount. Solid mount. It's a rubber mount, and you got both brackets. The one goes, I would say it goes this way. No, it goes this way. Yeah. I would say it goes like this. This will bolt to the frame, and this will bolt to the block. I think. I could be wrong. It could be the other way, but whatever. So what I do is when I'm done here, I take brake clean and I just spray it down quickly after I washed it really good with a parts washer. There ain't much left in here. So that'll take a little bit of the residue off. It'll clean it better. This can is shot. And some of this brake clean you gotta watch. This one's pretty good. The ones that it's like a red bottle, you gotta watch. They'll take the paint off. The green ones won't. Remember that. So this one's like, I don't know who makes this. FVP. This is pretty good. Low VOT 45, non-chlorinated. Kind of boil one of those. So this works pretty good, but that one's done. Grab another bottle. They're almost all done, but we're gonna clean them off. Just clean it off a little bit quickly. There ain't much in that can either. But you know what? I'm good. That one's done. One more can. And I got more in the stock in the back of this. I don't want to put the parts away all nasty. And if somebody wants to buy it, it's all ready. Okay, there's 3 cans. 3 cans that probably had this much left in it. So let me bring you over to where I'm going to dry it. So we're putting them on just a basic rag. Just some rags on my bench. Let it dry. And then I got them more brake clean. Do I? I don't think I do. Oh, man. So I got to go get some more brake clean. So that's how I do it. So you could probably use starting fluid, but it stinks really bad, and that's not too good to have, especially when you got a lot of heat going on in here still. Sorry everybody, I had to blow my nose again. And so I'm gonna go grab some brake clean in the back. I got a storage shed, I'm gonna bring up some, and I'm gonna clean the rest of those parts off, and I'm gonna put them here. That's all. I mean, I already washed them in the parts cleaner. And like I said, I'll show you. I think it's cool. Hold on, because I'm trying to make this a 10-minute sort of interesting video. So I kind of had a rig because my switch went bad. So let me see if I can pan you that way and you can see a little bit what I had to do. So on the bottom, I hooked up right here a long, one of those multi-switches, circuit breaker board, you know, you pull like 10 things and you're only supposed to put one. I am way over electric, man. I ramp everything. So the switch was bad, the switch is here. I was like, whatever. So I just wired it into a switch on the side, right here. Start something. There you go. The fluid's low. Sometimes you can put a rock in there and that'll be up, but the fluid, I gotta change the fluid, and it's low, so I might as well just drain it. So I just clean it with anything I got. Try not to touch too much. Use regular brush. These are really good. They last a long time. They're really strong. So use one of those. And then I clean these off. The rubber boots. And then we're just going to spray them with brake clean and put them on there. What's nice about this whole deal is when you're done, just shut it off. So just shut it off. It's got a retractable cord, so you can move it around to whatever parts you want. I keep all my cleaning things in here, basic stuff. That wire thing I use, a wire brush is always good to have, heavier metal. Then you got a regular, grab this, they fill it up with soap and you just do this. That's pretty good. I don't know why I got a measuring cup in here, all of them. So the nice thing is, you put it down and now you got a nice little bench. You know, it's nasty looking, but guess what? It's clean it with a parts washer on the outside too. So I'll have to wipe it down because it gets out of hand So let me go grab some brake clean. I'll clean them off. I'll put them on the bench. I'll be back in a little bit and keep on going. Bye.